especially for me, because it's like the more armor, the more flat reduction you have, the better flat reduction is.
Stabs.
And I have flat reduction. I have quite a bit to begin with. Speaking of plus one armor, when it rains, it pours.
Certainly not going to object when it's just piling them on us.
Okay. Do we have anything up here? No.
Also, I think there's not actually any way to view character stats. So yeah, another UI issue.
You'd want statistics. Wow. Check this action.
It doesn't tell us how much armor we have or what our attack damage is.
Huh. Oh, score goes up and down.
I don't even know what score is. Maybe that's.
I don't know, but I got a heck of a lot more of it than you do.
Well, you're base tanking everything. I think you're just killing more things than I am.
So, if you were making this game, what would you do different?
Due to the nature of the game, like, a game, okay, with the mechanics as a given, like, all of the abilities and stuff, and the components are the same, I would get a better level designer.
Get a better level designer?
I would find a really good level designer and have them do the levels. Because when your mechanics are as basic as the ones in this game, you really need to have constantly interesting level design in order to keep players interested.
Let's say that you had to do it yourself, or how would you go about creating good levels? Now, I realize that you don't really... That is definitely not your area of expertise.
If I were making this as a solo game,
yeah,
I would pay a lot more attention to the mechanics of combat and such.
Okay.
I mean, like my Dragon Dot games, for example.
Yeah.
Those are about the mechanics, the physics of combat, all that stuff.
Right.
So the Dragon Dot games have basically no level design whatsoever. If the combat were as dynamic and varied.
You need to shoot this guy.
Okay.
We can safely cross here.
Ooh, that is a shiny 5-on.
Yeah, that's a 5-on. That's very good. 4 combo. I think we've seen a 4 combo before, but it's still nice. We've got a ton of gold. 3 sword. I think we've seen a 3 sword. So they're just making these guys accessible. Oops.
Get the vendor coin first.
Oh, look at that! What? It's just sitting there on top of the wall.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a shootable bookshelf in mine. Oh, evil eye.
Well, we haven't been down there, so... Well, I don't particularly care that much about charge damage.
I will double my combo healing. Okay, so combo healing is phase 2. It's 2 at a time.
Yeah.
So you do not have the healing upgrade at any point.
No, it's per second, and I think it heals
Oh,
in half-second increments.
okay, yeah. Those are half-second ticks.
Because you were getting 1 healed ticks, and I was getting 2 healed ticks. So, unless the tooltip is totally wrong. I say tooltip. It's not a tooltip. So if you were doing it as a solo thing, you would try to make combat much more satisfying.
Yeah. I would take the jumping cube approach. That's an inside reference that nobody listening to this will get.
Well, explain.
Okay, so the story goes, and I don't know how true this story is, but it's truthy, even if it is not true, that when they first started making Mario 64, Shigeru Miyamoto put the designers...
Let's not just sit here and shot
Okay,
straight
yeah.
as you tell the story.
Oops, sorry.
I'm shopping.
He put the designers figuratively in a room and said, okay, we're not going to do anything else on the game until you can make this cube run around and jump in a really satisfying way. That needs to be fun before we do anything else in this game. So...
I think my move it way up. Okay. Yeah, so the idea was, before you make Mario... Hold on. Oh!
Stabs.
Oh, stabs! Oh, I was having a
You're
panic.
standing on stabs.
I was having a panic. For a second I thought the arrows were actually hitting me through the door.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering that too. The problem is if you're standing on a stab, it's not obvious that you are doing so. Those could be better telegraphed. Like, I'm thinking about like the Wallmaster shadow hovering above you thing. I'm gonna check the damage render. Not feeling it.
Nothing really amazing. But, I mean, the marksmanship's not bad. It's a 5% damage increase.
Well, less than 5%, because I already have the 10. So it's not 5% more from what I'm doing.
Oh. Yeah. It's true, isn't it?
Did we do that? Oh, we did it. Okay.
Yeah. We want to get through.
I ate a stab.
Ugh.
It also feels really counterintuitive to me that I can lose my combo while my combo thing is still going on.
Yeah, that is... I don't really understand how the combo thing works.
That is one of those cube things, I think. That the combo system should be atomically more fun.
Right, yeah.
Okay, that's the stab.
How do we get into the stab?
I don't know, but I want to hit that check. Okay, where is this stab living?
Below us.
Well, I will kite these eyeballs. Maybe you will stab.
Plus 5% damage. Now, judging by what you could have spent at the attack vendor, that 5% damage is worth about 2,000 gold.
Well, I would dispute that. I would say it would cost about 2,000 gold. I do not think it is worth 2,000 gold, or else I would have spent the 2,000 gold on it.
Fair enough. So I think you're running into a problem where you don't have enough stuff to spend your money on.
I could buy more health. I'm starting to feel the big hits a lot.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a stabber that is not yet solved.
Let's get this. I don't want to leave
I would
stacks of
also,
gold pieces.
investigate those bookshelves a bit. bookshelves.
I don't see any funny bookshelves here.
I have not been able to eyeball them at all, so...
Oh, stabs. Okay, so we can bust in there. Looks like there's stuff in there.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Feels.
If you find yourself with a surplus of gold and not sure what to spend it on, I would buy more mana. But I told you that enough.
Oops.
Because, like, the combo thing, there's no indicator of how long you have before your combo ends. And there's no obvious indicator of having lost your combo while your combo is going on. Because you're not watching that purple bar, you're watching the big radiating circles.
Wow, so we revealed the boss room.
So we did. We should not go there yet.
I agree.
We have many unspent keys.
At least one of which I don't expect to spend. We have skimped on copper keys in the past.
There have also been those angry eyeball zones that we have not actually met the boss of.
This is weird. I guess we cleared out the treasure.
So that... how do we get in there?
Elsewhere.
Oh, old door down there.
Now let's head to the right. We haven't cleared everything. There's lots of stuff we've not done. I feel like here it is. I had this feeling with doing this things.
Okay, on the other topic of things feeling satisfying, the damage upgrades are good, but pretty much everything else is really not a very satisfying payoff.
On the things you buy?
I mean, like maybe the combo burst thing.
Okay, well, here are things that I find really satisfying. Shield, arc.
Yeah, that is great. Okay.
And my armor. Wow, you were laying into this guy! Nice job. Plus 5 health. Vendor coin. Good work.
Well, we have solved one of the angry eye zones. So yeah, like the shield arc thing is fantastic. That is a very noticeable upgrade.
Yeah. And I'm quite happy to just, like, numerically increase my armor, my damage reduction by 2 each pip.
Although, I would feel better about that if all of the numbers were lower. Like, we're at the point where, like, we have 17s and 21s popping up, and a 22 and a 23 don't feel any different. So, I think an example I would cite for the value of small numbers is the Paper Mario series.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the poster child of it, though.
Yeah.
It's like...
Not every game can be as good as Paper Mario with small numbers. But boy, do they nail that.
And these numbers might be just generally a little bigger than that.
And again, like, that ties into...
Okay.
That ties into combat.
Oh, that's a secret. Okay, you see by there? There's a thing directly to our left, the
Yeah.
black hole in the books.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you get the armor.
Red eyes, yeah. Okay. So I think the number system is a small symptom of the combat design.
Whoa!
Oh crap!
Whoa!
I was not watching where I was going. Thank you. Okay. I should ease up on the design talk while I'm wandering through areas.
That seems like perfect time to design talk, but
Not when it costs me that much attention. We have replaced my distraction with that secret.
what was your thing? What were you saying?
I think the lack of numbers
Okay.
being satisfying.
Maybe we abort.
Yeah, I don't think.
Come down this way. Okay.
We want that. I have no idea who was shooting at us.
Come up here.
That's all you.
I'll clear this area and be back out. You can have a chat.
Okay, so I feel like the lack of numbers being satisfying is a small symptom of the combat systems not being atomically satisfying on their own.
No, I think they're fairly satisfying. I don't think they're as satisfying as they could be.
Right.
I think you could do a better job. Nothing personal to the developers or anything. I just think you're really good at that.
That
It's
is the
kind
thing
of-
I focus on.
That is
so I
kind
have,
of like your specialty.
yeah, a lot of practice with.
Which is why you're emphasizing it in your
It's a thing I pay attention to. Yeah.
It's kind of your thing.
Mhm.
Nice steak.
The spikes.
Oh, it's my damage reduction is why that's only doing so. There's a huge influence of damage reduction. I tank that fire like a boss. I don't know what we do.
Well, that was a thing.
I'll be frank, I did not see that at all.
I didn't either, but I heard it when you swung your sword. Aha! That answers that question. I'm betting that button turns the spikes off, and then we have a face switch.
So this is cool. I like this chain of secrets. I dig this. This feels quite neat.
Oh, yeah. I was inattentive. Okay.
So
Chain of
that's my damage reduction versus your damage reduction.
secrets. Yeah. Are you doing that as an example? Okay.
Vendor coin!
There's another example of something that is numerically not satisfying.
What?
Vendor coins.
Oh, yeah. But we have harped on that quite a bit.
Yeah.
We've given them enough grief about the vendor coins.
I'm just saying that, like, these are all related weak spots.
Let's go this way. And it all started this little, and this door that it was like, I don't know if we
You should get that apple.
What's that? Yeah, what we did.
Oh.
Those were. Should have checked out how much those were.
Are those smaller?
Yeah, they were smaller diamonds. We remain filthy rich.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we get a bunch of gold?
Feeling directionless again.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of backtracking.
We have a gold key. That seems significant.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, it's good to get back here.
I vote for opening that shortcut.
I vote for opening the gold key.
Okay.
Shortcut's a good call.
Beware of stabs.
So I think this is the exit. I think this is the boss room.
So what was I saying before we got to the doors?
You were saying... You were talking about the vendor coins and numerically satisfying.
I thought I said something after that. I could be wrong. I think I was going to say something. I wasn't actually saying it yet.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, the combo system. If you want the combo to be feelable, put it like in a ring meter around the player or something. Because otherwise,
yeah, I can't see the combos unless I put them down.
so you're shooting enemies and you randomly start emitting purple shockwaves, and then later you randomly stop emitting purple shockwaves.
Let's head back.
Okay.
So we still haven't found the branch of these pants.
Mm-hmm. It's an unexplored area to worry about.
We should check that out. Alright, so I did have this question, which, you answered in a way that wasn't really the direction that I wanted to inquire.
Okay.
If you were making this game, and you were doing the level design for this game, what would you do to try and do it better? And I realize that you don't have a lot of experience with level design, so you might not have specifics of, like, exactly how you would change it, but how would you go about, as a process, figuring out how to make the level design more satisfying?
I would make it more linear. Not necessarily like you have to do each of these things in the order that is right in front of you, but like so that each next step is obvious. Like, by the time you get a key, you have seen the door that the key is needed for.
I see. Is that? Do you think that's something that Zelda does?
Yeah, I would steal design notes from Zelda.
Okay.
Because and
in general, I think that's the smart thing to do with keys, because otherwise, what's the point of the key, right? If you can get the key before you discover the need for the door, this is a secret, by the way, then that would have been convenient, but oh well.
So yeah, I would take notes from Zelda's book, and I would consider like what skills I was testing with each individual challenge, and arrange them according to a solid sort of staircase ramp progression.
Okay.
I mean, like, you're familiar, at least, not necessarily our listeners, but you're familiar with the sort of ramping and rising.
Yeah.
So things get more and more difficult.
Of pacing.
Yeah, things get harder and harder until you get a boss fight, and then they get easier, but not as easier as they were at the start of the level.
Exactly. They get easier, but the baseline is now higher. You ramp back down, drop back to your baseline, but the baseline is permanently increased.
And so, like, yeah, going back to that notion in the numbers, is like, the enemies' numbers are going up and our numbers are going up. So, again, like, as you progress through levels, it's hard to feel the effects of your level ups.
I've died so many times to them.
Can you clear out the wisps?
Yes, sorry. $10 mana and a vendor coin.
So I was saying that, like...
wow, we did not take... We took, like, 2 damage from that or something. Oh, you know what? It was all that regen.
Yeah, combo regen.
But we handled it, which is good. Because we have, like, died to those guys a lot. At least I have.
So, like, if you want the level ups to feel meaningful, then I think there needs to be a permanent change in how you feel capability-wise.
Okay.
That, like, when your damage goes from 10 to 20 and the enemies go from 20 to 40 hit points, you're still kind of killing enemies in 2 hits.
You just have bigger numbers.
Yeah, and the numbers are not inherently satisfying for more than, like, 30 seconds.
Oh, I should have. Level 3 defensive guys. Have we ever done this? Healing efficiency 1.
Oh. Okay, that is a silly thing to do there.
This?
From 5 health for 10 mana to 6 health for 8 mana.
Yeah, that is a silly thing to do.
Okay, so what is shield 3 now?
Holy smokes! I don't even need that. But I'll get it.
I haven't noticed you stunning anything.
I have a little bit.
I mean, I
But we
noticed
kill
things being
things so
stunned,
fast.
but yeah, it doesn't make any meaningful difference.
I think the damage reduction is probably better.
I think you want the armor.
Although, of course, I did just spend everything on defensive. Check out your defensive, though. That's a vendor we haven't had before.
Armor, dodge.
Overgrowth duration.
That is non-trivial.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You've got tons of gold, so I would not hesitate to do it. You might pick up a little bit of armor, too. So check out what your dodge options are. 10% chance to completely evade incoming damage.
Like, I buy that and see what the next upgrade is?
I would get it.
Okay.
Okay, these are good, because each one is a flat 10% reduction.
Yeah, that is escalating returns.
Yeah. These are really good. I would get dodge 3.
Okay. You spend all your gold.
Too bad. So where is the other leg?
Do we backtrack to 7 and explore it then? But we didn't chop down any bookshelves in 7.
Yeah. Maybe we go back down.
I think I buy this.
Okay. I think that's reasonable. Okay. Well, this is the stairs down. Let's go down. We didn't chop down any bookshelves in 8, I don't think. So let's just take a walk. Are there any areas where we were expecting secrets? The top right, yeah?
Top left?
I was thinking the top right. But
Okay.
Because isn't the top right where that,
Oh.
damage reduction does not help that much against those things. They still hit super hard.
I mean, that is certainly a thing.
That is a thing, but
That is the cryptic thing.
super cryptic. Mysterious. How do you feel about the secrets in this game?
They feel pretty Gauntlet classical to me. They
Yeah.
are not like Zelda secrets. I think Zelda secrets are a bit better telegraphed.
Oh, that's a book shelf chopped.
Next
It
time
was
you
just-
spot one, will you point it out to me? Because I still don't know
Oh,
what
yeah,
we're
yeah.
looking for.
It's a little bit darker and grayer.
So, I mean, like, the switches moving secret walls around is a Gauntlet style thing.
Mhm.
So I feel like Zelda secrets are structured very differently. Like, it'll be... Because there aren't all that many secrets in Zelda dungeons.
Yeah, it's all meant to be discovered.
There are secrets in the overworld, and that rewards exploration almost as much as observation.
I don't think we want to brave that crazy trap.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this is all this action at the top right. Is-
So do you see any choppable walls in that hallway there?
I do not. Go up top right. I am not seeing anything there. Huh.
I would have... I would make it more Metroidvania. So
More Metroidvania.
if I'm allowed to change the mechanics as well as just design levels,
Mhm.
then I would have more things being gated by abilities and have those gates be immediately obvious as soon as you get the ability. Like, oh, cracked walls. I think I can use the bombs to break those down.
Okay, but acknowledging this,
Mhm.
as soon as you start having that kind of ability restriction, it seems like you immediately start reducing class diversity.
Okay, so, how familiar are you with Four Swords?
Four Swords?
Mhm.
Not very familiar with Four
Okay.
Swords. I've seen a little bit.
So, it takes... Oop,
Oh,
you chipped the thing. Oh, was that just a pot?
sounded like a pot.
Okay,
The weird thing is I didn't see a pot.
that's weird. Maybe they accidentally put it in the wall. Because I saw, like, the breaking spot on the wall, too. So, I would chalk it up to a pot in the wall. Okay, so, Four Swords has, like, the standard Zelda structure to it, dungeon-wise. But there's a lot of small dungeons. I'm thinking
Okay,
of
we
Four
just have
Swords
to
Adventures in particular.